Hey friends, welcome back to VTC Garden Tips. Can you believe how quickly summer has flown by? One moment we're soaking up the sunshine and the next, our gardens are slowly shifting into fall colors. But you know what? Late summer and fall don't have to mean fading blooms. In fact, this is the perfect time for your garden to absolutely explode with color. Today I'll share with you 12 stunning perennials that will keep your garden glowing, buzzing with life, and filled with joy all the way through the cooler months. These aren't just pretty flowers, they're long-lasting, reliable companions that come back year after year, making your gardening easier and more rewarding. And hey, before we dig into the list, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our garden family here on VTC Garden Tips. Together, we'll keep your garden blooming beautifully in every season. Let's kick things off with a true garden superstar, the Black-Eyed Susan, also known as Rudbeckia. Isn't that a fun name? These golden yellow blooms with their dark chocolate brown centers can brighten up even the cloudiest day. What I love most about them is how tough they are. They thrive in full sun, they don't mind average soil, and once they're established, they handle drought like champions. That means less stress for you and more time to simply enjoy your garden. Plus, Black-Eyed Susans are pollinator magnets. Bees, butterflies, and even birds can't resist them. Imagine your late summer garden buzzing with life, with flashes of yellow glowing across your flower beds. It's pure joy. If you're just starting out with perennials, this is a perfect first choice. Low maintenance, long blooming, and reliable year after year. And trust me, once you plant them, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Up next, we have the beloved Coneflower or Echinacea. If Black-Eyed Susan is the sunshine of late summer, then Coneflower is the bold, confident friend who always shows up and steals the spotlight. These daisy-like blooms come in shades of purple, pink, orange, and even white. The raised, spiky centers make them stand out, almost like little crowns sitting proudly on each stem. And here's the best part. They bloom for weeks, sometimes even months, from midsummer well into fall. Coneflowers are not only stunning, they're also incredibly useful. Pollinators absolutely adore them, especially butterflies. And after the flowers fade, their seed heads provide food for birds like goldfinches during the colder months. So you're not just planting flowers, you're building a mini wildlife sanctuary right in your backyard. Another wonderful thing, coneflowers are hardy and forgiving. They tolerate heat, drought, and less than perfect soil. And once established, they'll return year after year with very little fuss. Personally, I think of Echinacea as a symbol of resilience, strong, beautiful, and always giving back. Every garden deserves that kind of energy. Now let's talk about Sedum, also known as stonecrop. This plant is like that reliable friend who always shows up on time, never complains, and somehow makes everything look better. Sedums are succulents with fleshy leaves that store water, which means they thrive in dry conditions where many other plants struggle. As late summer approaches, they burst into clusters of tiny star-shaped flowers. Depending on the variety, you might see shades of pink, red, or even a rich copper that glows beautifully in the autumn sun. One of the most popular types is Autumn Joy, and trust me, the name fits perfectly. Its blossoms start soft and pale, then deepen into warm, rosy tones as the season progresses. By fall, they look like glowing jewels scattered across your garden beds. Sedum is also a pollinator's paradise. Butterflies flock to the blooms, and even after the flowers fade, the seed heads stand tall through winter, adding interest and texture to the landscape. Some gardeners even leave them as natural winter decor. The best part, Sedum asks for so little. It doesn't need rich soil, it doesn't need constant watering, and it's tough as nails. It's the kind of plant that quietly proves that beauty doesn't always demand attention. It just shines on its own. Next on our list is the graceful Russian sage, or Perovskia atriplycifolia. Just saying the name makes me smile. It sounds so elegant, and that's exactly how this plant looks in the garden. Russian sage is famous for its tall, airy stems covered with tiny lavender blue flowers. When the late summer sun hits, the whole plant shimmers like a soft purple mist floating above your flower beds. It's the kind of plant that adds movement and atmosphere, almost like poetry in plant form. What's even better is how long it blooms. From midsummer all the way into fall, Russian sage keeps going strong, filling your garden with soft fragrance and color when many other plants are fading. And oh, bees and butterflies absolutely love it. Don't let its delicate appearance fool you though. Russian sage is tough. It thrives in full sun, tolerates poor soil, and once established, it's very drought resistant. Low maintenance and high impact, that's a winning combination in any garden. Personally, I love planting Russian sage near walkways or patios. That way, when you brush past it, you catch a whiff of its calming herbal scent. It's like a little gift every time you step into the garden. Our next perennial star is the daylily, or Hemerocallis. Despite the name, these flowers are anything but ordinary. Each bloom lasts just a single day, yes really, but the plant produces so many buds that it feels like an endless parade of color. Daylilies come in an incredible range of colors. Bright yellows, fiery oranges, soft pinks, and even deep purples. Their trumpet-shaped flowers stand tall above the foliage, making them look cheerful and elegant at the same time. And because different varieties bloom at slightly different times, you can extend the show for weeks. One of the best things about daylilies is how adaptable they are. They can handle full sun, partial shade, and a wide variety of soil conditions. Plus, they're practically indestructible. Once planted, they settle in and return year after year with very little care. Gardeners love using daylilies for borders, mass plantings, or even containers. They just light up any space. And when you see those blooms unfurl in the morning sun, it's like your garden is smiling at you. To me, daylilies are a reminder to enjoy each moment. Their flowers may be brief, but the joy they bring is lasting. And isn't that what gardening is all about? Next up is bee balm, also known as Monarda. If you've ever wanted a plant that's both striking and full of life, this one is for you. Its blooms look like little fireworks, bright, spiky, and bursting with color. Bee balm comes in rich shades of red, pink, purple, and white. And the best part? It's not just beautiful to us, it's irresistible to pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds all flock to its blooms, turning your garden into a lively, buzzing sanctuary. Beyond its beauty, bee balm also has a fascinating history. It's part of the mint family, and for centuries it's been used for teas, herbal remedies, and even as a soothing plant for colds. So when you grow Monarda, you're not just planting flowers, you're also keeping a piece of tradition alive. Bee balm thrives in sunny spots with moist, well-drained soil. Give it a little space to breathe, since it likes to spread, and it will reward you with weeks of vibrant blooms from mid to late summer. Personally, I love how bee balm feels almost wild, yet so welcoming. It's one of those plants that makes your garden feel alive, not just with color, but with sound and movement too. Now, let's bring some sunshine into the garden with Coreopsis, also called tick seed. The name might sound funny, but trust me, there's nothing small about the joy this plant brings. Thoughtful. Coreopsis is loved for its cheerful daisy-like blooms that come mostly in gold and yellow, though some varieties show off pinks and reds too. They're like little bursts of sunshine that keep glowing from early summer well into fall. And because the flowers are so abundant, they create a carpet of color that instantly brightens up your garden. What's even better is that Coreopsis is low maintenance. It thrives in full sun, tolerates poor soil, and once established, it's very drought resistant. Deadheading spent flowers can encourage even more blooms, but even if you forget, this plant just keeps going. Warmly. Pollinators love Coreopsis, especially bees and butterflies, and for us gardeners, it's simply a joy to watch the constant movement of life around these happy flowers. For me, Coreopsis is like having a piece of sunshine that never fades, even when the days start to shorten in late summer. It's a reminder that warmth and joy can linger a little longer. Next on our colorful journey is a show-stopping variety of coneflower, the Pow-Wow wild berry. The name alone makes you curious, doesn't it? And trust me, the blooms live up to it. Unlike the classic purple coneflower, this hybrid bursts with vibrant magenta pink petals that practically glow in the sunlight. They're bold, eye-catching, and impossible to ignore. Each bloom lasts for weeks, and the plant keeps producing flowers well into the fall season. What I love most is how versatile it is. Pow-Wow wildberry works beautifully in flower beds, borders, or even containers. Its compact, upright growth makes it easy to fit into small gardens, too. And just like other coneflowers, it's a pollinator favorite. Bees, butterflies, and birds will keep coming back for more. Another bonus, this variety doesn't need deadheading to keep blooming. It just keeps on going, rewarding you with fresh color without asking for much in return. That's the kind of plant every gardener loves. For me, Pow-Wow wildberry feels like pure celebration in flower form. Bright, lively, and full of joy, it's a reminder that our gardens should be as bold and vibrant as our lives. Coming up next is the timeless Shasta Daisy. I think everyone who's ever seen a daisy has smiled. It's just that kind of flower. Bright white petals with golden centers. They're like little bursts of joy sprinkled across the garden. What makes Shasta daisies special is how long they bloom. From early summer through late summer and sometimes even into fall, they keep producing fresh flowers. They look amazing in beds, borders, and especially in cut flower arrangements where they add a classic charm. And let's talk about how easy they are. Shasta daisies thrive in full sun, enjoy well-drained soil, and don't require much fuss. Once they're established, they'll return every year, rewarding you with cheerful blooms and minimal effort. Pollinators enjoy them too. And if you leave the seed heads after blooming, birds may stop by for a snack in the fall. So they're not only pretty, but also a way to welcome more wildlife into your garden. Personally, Shasta daisies remind me that beauty doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes simple white petals and a golden heart are all you need to make a garden feel complete. Our next perennial is the charming Aster, a flower that truly shines when other plants are starting to fade. Just when you think your garden might be slowing down, asters burst into bloom and keep the party going. These daisy-like flowers come mostly in shades of purple, lavender, pink, and white, with sunny yellow centers that pop beautifully. They bloom from late summer into fall, making them one of the best plants to extend your garden's color season. What I love most is how much wildlife asters attract. Butterflies flock to them during their fall migrations, and bees depend on them as a vital late-season food source. Planting asters means you're not just growing flowers, you're supporting the entire ecosystem. Asters do well in full sun and prefer well-drained soil, though some varieties are quite adaptable. They're perfect for borders, cottage gardens, or naturalized spaces where their cheerful blooms can really shine. To me, asters feel like little gifts of hope from the garden. Just when the days get shorter, they remind us that beauty can last a little longer, and there's always something new to enjoy. Up next is the glowing goldenrod, also known as solidago. For years, this plant got a bad reputation because people thought it caused allergies. But let me tell you a secret. It's actually innocent. The real culprit is ragweed, not goldenrod. Goldenrod is a late summer superstar with tall stems covered in clusters of bright golden yellow flowers. When most of the garden starts to fade, goldenrod lights up like sunshine, adding warmth and energy to your space. It's also a powerhouse for pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects rely on it heavily as one of the last big nectar sources of the season. If you want your garden buzzing with life in September, goldenrod is the way to go. Goldenrod grows well in full sun and isn't picky about soil. It can naturalize beautifully in meadows, borders, or even tucked into your perennial beds. Some newer cultivated varieties are more compact, so you can enjoy their beauty even in smaller gardens. Personally, I love goldenrod because it reminds me that endings can be just as bright as beginnings. As summer fades, its golden blooms shine like a cheerful farewell and a promise of renewal for the next season. And now we arrive at our grand finale, the graceful Japanese anemone. Just when you think your garden show is winding down, this plant steps in like a dancer taking center stage. Japanese anemones bloom in late summer and continue well into fall, offering delicate flowers in shades of pink and white with sunny yellow centers. They sway gently in the breeze on tall, elegant stems, adding movement and softness to your garden. What makes them extra special is their timing. While many plants have already said their goodbyes, Japanese anemones are just getting started, carrying your garden gracefully into the cooler months. They're like a final encore before the curtain closes on the season. These beauties thrive in partial shade with rich, moist soil, though they can adapt to sunnier spots as long as they're well watered. Once established, they're hardy and reliable, coming back year after year with even more blooms. For me, Japanese anemones feel almost poetic. They remind us that the end of one season is not an ending at all. It's simply the beginning of another, filled with quiet beauty and promise. And there you have it, friends, 12 incredible perennials that will keep your garden glowing with color through late summer and fall. From the bold coneflowers to the delicate Japanese anemones, each one brings its own magic, turning your garden into a place full of life, beauty, and joy. Remember, gardening isn't just about planting flowers. It's about creating moments, memories, and a sanctuary where nature thrives. And trust me, once you bring even a few of these perennials into your garden, you'll fall in love with them year after year. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to VTC Garden Tips, and ring the bell so you never miss our gardening adventures. We've got plenty more tips, inspiration, and stories to share with you. Until next time, take care, keep smiling, and keep growing your little piece of paradise. See you in the garden.